let's ask ourselves, how can it be? Like, what are the mechanics by which a child part of us and the needs of the child part are acting through our adult self in such a fashion that we don't even know it's happening? That's something that is really confounding until you come to see it in yourself. And people have an easier time seeing their needy child self. Like, let's say, in the case of anxiety, there's a child that's scared. That is a little bit easier to recognize and see, it seems, than this other part, which most people have, and it's much harder to recognize. So when you have an unmet need as a child, and that unmet need goes on, for a long time because nobody meets that need, there's like a way that we behave as a result of that. If we didn't get enough attention, that the right kind of attention, if we didn't get attention for our beingness instead of our doingness, there's a certain way that our inner self will kind of demand attention or seek confirmation. And there's a part of our inner child work that requires some disciplining of our child. I'm going to give you a vignette. So let's imagine there's a 5-year-old. Okay, we'll make him a boy. And the 5-year-old, let's say it's a simple need that isn't met. He didn't sleep enough. So he's tired and wrangly, and because he didn't sleep enough, he's just irritable and uncooperative and isn't eating properly because he's tired and it's hard to get him to sit and eat his food properly. And you try and distract him and get him to eat. But now you have a hungry and tired 5-year-old, right? So that hungry and tired 5-year-old could very readily do stupid things like go hit his little sister or break a toy or, just generally be annoying and destructive in some small and petty ways. But really what he's saying is, I can't regulate myself. My nervous system is exhausted. I'm really hungry. And a present mother or father who sees that the child is hungry and tired won't really react. There's no point punishing that child because he's not capable of being reasonable in that particular moment. If you have a child who just has a lot of energy, and in a traditional school system, you're forced to sit in your desk from a very young age, this is really destructive to children's natural way of being. And then when a child has this natural energy and gets punished because they're not able to sit still, which is not what they should be doing. It's not really congruent with what the child's energy demands. Now they're made to be wrong. Okay, so that child is going to be pretty angry. I just want to run and play, and you're telling me to sit on this desk, and now I'm like so stifled in this desk. I'm just rocking to try and like move myself because you're confining me. It's basically like you're imprisoning the child. And now the child's being made wrong for actually their fundamental needs. Right? So that child is angry. And now fast forward 10, 20, 30 years. If this went on chronically every single day, the child who's angry will do things that are not in anyone's highest good. And so when we start to come in contact with our child, often the first thing that we're going to see is some kind of defiant behavior. And it comes out through us. That's what we have to uncover. How is it coming out through us? Where am I seeking the wrong attention? Where am I overdoing? Where am I not really moving according to my authentic energy and the energy that is within me that really serves me in my highest good? And I have had to go through quite a difficult process at certain points of disciplining my child to be, I know you want that, and that's not what we're doing right now. And I can't tell you the degree of storms I have personally been through with like one part of my mind really, really wanting something that is really not good for me. And yet to try and resist it has felt in certain times virtually impossible. And it can't be resisted by will. The only way I was able to succeed in changing my behavior was really almost like talking internally to the child and saying, no, you may not do that. The same way that you would, the 5-year-old goes and gets a toy, starts hitting his sister over the head. You're going to say, no, you may not do that. It doesn't matter if you're hungry or tired, you may not do that.